Guys, it's Sarah. Guess who's making a layout? Finally. I should have three coming up for you this week, so they are all going to be part of my best friend's wedding album. This is an album that I started a couple of months ago, actually, and I am making my best friend, her name is Lindsay. I'm creating a wedding and honeymoon album for her. She asked if I could do that because she wanted these memories documented, but she's not a scrapbooker at all. So I said, absolutely. So when we met up in Savannah I guess this was in October actually, she brought all of her wedding pictures and stuff that she wanted to include in the album, and we kind of talked through them and everything. So I am working on that. And when I did my June scrap chat, I talked about working on my Savannah album actually, but I'm going to put that on hold for right now because Lindsay is actually coming to visit me at the end of June, and I want to be able to give her this album. So I am going to be working on this one instead until it's done, and I should be able to get it done before she comes. It shouldn't be a problem, but just expect a whole bunch of this album happening on my channel this month because I want to make sure that I can get that to her when she comes soon. So that's just a realization I made after I had already filmed my June scrap chat when I talked about my Savannah and Boston album, but that one will be coming up after this for sure because that's definitely one I want to get done. Okay, so for this one, I am working on a page about her coming down the aisle, and that is her, and I believe that's her grandfather who walked her down. And it was a great picture. So I am using some blues mainly in this one. The theme of the album is kind of blue and green because they got married in California, and a lot of the pictures, have green and blues, and they got married right on the water and everything. So I kind of took those colors and I'm running that through the scrapbook. Okay, so I have a piece of white cardstock on the background there. I use it to map my photo as well. I have that Maggie Holmes Love This print, which I cut down to about, I think I cut it down by 1/2 inch on each side. And then I do have a couple scraps there that are just some really pretty blue florals. And then this paper here is from Chamel, and it had this geometric pattern on it, but when you cut around, you can make hearts out of them, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm cutting off some of the extra little triangles and stuff there to create these hearts out of that paper. And I'm going to pick an ink. I think I go with Broken China Distress ink from Tim Holtz, and I'm going to ink the edges of my papers. And let me tell you, it's been so long since I've done this. It was so just relaxing while I was doing this. A little relaxing. I was watching Game of Thrones at the same time, so it was a little bit like, if I'm pausing a couple times here and there, it's because I'm watching Game of Thrones. I had to cut out some of it because, let me tell you, that's an intense show. But doing this was so relaxing, and I definitely missed it, these past few months where I haven't been scrapbooking, but I'm very happy to be getting back. Okay, so I have the edges of those all inked up, and I am going to go ahead and start getting these down. And it was nice to go through my scraps and just pull, some blues and some greens that were going to go nicely together. And yeah, I actually did that a few months ago, so it was nice. Like when I was ready to come back, it was just, I already had papers picked out for me, which was nice. Okay, now I'm going to use these Hip Kit rubber letters and spell down the aisle in a nice navy blue. And I like the way the navy looks in comparison with the floral paper on the right-hand side of the picture there. It goes really nicely with that. It makes those navy flowers pop. Okay, I do hit my camera a few times, so I apologize for that. I think my camera was just sitting too close to my chair, so I'm sorry if it bumps every so often. But I got some washi tape, and I'm using this kind of a turquoise stripe washi tape, and I needed something to kind of ground my title there, so that was perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and put down my hearts, and I do go ahead and grab a doily. This is a square doily. I got these from Freckled Fawn a very, very long time ago. And I just cut off about you know, 1/3 of it so I can kind of tuck it in behind here. I just felt like it needed something else on that side there. And I thought that added just a nice little touch. All right, so I got all my hearts down. And then I am going to search a little bit and find a couple things that I'm going to put down here as well for embellishments. And I'm going through this little container that I had pulled when I was gathering supplies for this album, and just things that I thought would go nicely in the album that were blues and greens and, you know, all that stuff. So I'm just going to this will be my go-to when I'm working on this album, to pull some things from here. And then if I can't find anything, then I'll go elsewhere. But these are just things I thought that I could easily use up in her album here. So I do have that really large glitter ampersand, so I'm going to use that. And I have a gold cloud, which I thought was fun because the sun is coming in from the left-hand side of the picture there. And then I do have some turquoise gems that I'm going to use. I'm going to use those just like enamel dots, and I will kind of scatter them around the 3 little areas here. I put them in 3s. And add one more here too. And I believe that that is it. I think that's, I had pulled those gold hearts, but since I put the gems down, I didn't put any hearts or anything down there. So I am pretty positive that that is going to be it. I don't think I add, just kidding. Nope, I add these arrows. Sorry. These are from Freckled Fawn as well. These are chipboard glitter arrows. So, all right, now that is it. That completes my layout. So here's some close-ups coming up for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be back this week with at least 2 more layouts for this album. And I hope you guys enjoyed them. I will talk to you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.